the split up between you and James Storm. Who came to you with the idea, or was this something where you thought America's Most Wanted have just reached the end of their line, or why the split up?
I think it was talked about with all of us. I don't know if it was a necessarily an idea, but we had a pretty good run. Kind of what you said before about Team 3D. They've just been together for so long. Um, I think Storm and I were looking to see what we could do in a singles career. So that was just the natural progression. We had been together, I guess, 5 years at the time. Had a great run, but we were just interested in seeing what else we could do. So and everybody was on board with it. So yeah, we just decided to make it into a good story, and then it was time to see what Storm and I could do on our own, especially against each other.
Do you think the fans bought it completely, or do you think they were just disappointed that the team had broken up and wish you'd just get back together thing?
I think it was a little of both. I mean, there's the loyal America's Most Wanted fans out there that just, I mean, loved it. Whether babyface or heel, they just loved us being together. And I've talked about this many times. In those years of TNA, tag teams just weren't a big thing around the wrestling world. I mean, WWE just wasn't doing a whole lot with tag teams, so I think we got the people to care again. That there was a main tag team, a good tag team, and it could tell the stories. And I mean, we just had some really great programs, thanks to the writing. And yeah, it was just we just people just took notice to us. So it was disappointing, I think, when it happened. But that's to a lot of people. But that's just a natural progression. And honestly, I think a lot of people wanted to see what we could do on our own, and we delivered.
Was anybody in the back trying to keep you together, or who was against it? Let's say.
Um, well, one conversation I remember having with Bubba, and he was just letting me know, which looking back makes a lot of sense. Um, I don't want to say he was against it. He was just trying to give me a different perspective that, hey, it's not a bad thing to be known in the wrestling business as part of a tag team. You can have a huge success, you can make a lot of money. And so that's not necessarily, something that has to happen. Even though those guys teased it a couple times along the way, they always wound up back together. And that's obviously what they're most known for. Um, so I think he was just trying to give me a different perspective that, don't necessarily push for this so much, because it's not a bad path to follow to be in a tag team your whole career. And I while I listened to him, and I certainly appreciated him even taking the time to say that, I think at that point we were both just thinking, well, let's see where this goes. And if it doesn't work out, you can always come back together. So but yeah, I mean, I don't want to say anybody was necessarily against it, because that's just the way the wrestling business is. You're together as long as you can make a good name for yourself. And I'm not for the tag teams that get together for a few months and then right away they're split up, they feud. I mean, it's just, there's no emotion into that anymore. So with us, we had a lot weighing on this. We had a lot of background to help fuel this feud.